Good morning, friends. Once again, I came for the class class 7, and last classes we discussed about the historical part 1 lesson, and from geography 1 lesson we completed, and now we have to go for the new lesson, that also from the political section, lesson 24, political section, because I already informed you that we have the 3 parts are there: history, geography and politics. So history 1 lesson over, and geography also 1 lesson we completed, and finally the political part, the first lesson we are going to deal with today. So before that, I welcome everyone for the online class of the Kerala Public School, Arria, Bihar. Okay, I hope that your last class you learned very clearly, and now also you learn. And while I'm teaching, and you have to listen very carefully, and you have to give complete your attention towards me, then only you will get the clear information about the lessons. So with a happy mentality, we have to learn, we have to start. So let's invite your understanding, information, or your concentration towards me. And now we are learning the social studies, maybe from the political parts, lesson 24. The title of this lesson is called The Story of the Democracy. Okay? The Story of the Democracy is the title of this lesson 24. So we have to learn about democracy. And politics, we understand that the democracy is always, and now you are the new generation, you understand the democracy, because there are so many years behind, or otherwise the back, we can understand that there was no more democracy. So people were ignorant about the democracy. But later, you know, because of the monarchical and rules and came to India, because of that, automatically the nationalism came in the minds of the people, and they were almost they just changed. They want to change the democratic monarchy system, and they came to a new system of the democracy. So people are longing to see the democracy. That's the clear information. While we are reading the history, we will get. Now, anyway, we are reading this lesson, the story of the democracy, and we can understand that there are so many topics there. And first of all, what is democracy? And secondly, we can see that the history of the democracy. And third, the main topic, we can see that the birth of the democracy in Greece, and also the Europe in the Middle Ages. And also there are few more main topics are remain there. So this lesson, the story of the democracy, I will deal with 2 episodes, and that purposely I said that is the first part of this lesson. Lesson 24, I am dealing with the 2 different parts. Now we are going to deal with the part 1, otherwise first episode. So through this part we are going to learn about the democracy. Now the first topic we are going to deal with, what is democracy? And let me ask you, what do you understand about the democracy? What is the information you already have about the democratic system? Or do you know that how the words derived from, which are the different root words are there? Do you know about all those things? If you do not know, listen carefully. I am going to explain about the democracy and the root words of the democracy, how derived from this word, from 2 different words. About information I am giving right now, you cast your complete attention towards me. Okay? Now, we can understand that the democracy, that means the rule of the people. Okay? Simple definition, if anyone were to make about the democracy, then we can understand that rule of the people. People are ruling the people. That's a simple definition of the democracy. Okay? Democracy means, we can understand that it's clearly the rule of the people. This is the simple definition of the democracy, because the rule of the people. People are ruling. That's a simple definition of the democracy. And you know that a very famous quote by Abraham Lincoln. You know, you might have heard about the Abraham Lincoln. So that a famous person given a information, otherwise the definition about the democracy that they will write. So, according to Abraham Lincoln, and he wrote, the democracy means, as it is, the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. You listen carefully. According to the Abraham Lincoln, he has given the definition for the democracy. Democracy in simple ways, simple definition, we can see that democracy means rule of the people. Okay? You understand what I am saying? Democracy means rule of the people. And Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Okay? One of the famous person, he wrote the definition for the democracy, and he said that the government of the people by the people and for the people. Okay? This is the definition given by Abraham Lincoln. Okay? He was giving, one of the great man, Abraham Lincoln, giving the definition of the democracy, and he was giving the definition, the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. You know that? That means everything we can understand, that's the rule of the people. The same definition is coming, even the Abraham Lincoln make a definition for the democracy, the same thing are coming, that rule of the people. The people are selected by the people, for the people, and you know that we can understand, and the government itself is the people. That's the information given by the Abraham Lincoln. So he said that democracy means the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So for the people, there are some selected people. So through the people only. And who are selecting the government, there are also people. So we are coming to the finally, rule of the people is called the democracy. That's a clear information. I hope that you understand what I'm talking about right now. The democracy means the rule of the people. According to Abraham Lincoln, he said that a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So everything done by the people only. People are doing everything for themselves, and people are selecting themselves for themselves only. You know that? For governing themselves, that purpose they are selected by, and selected by the people only. That's a clear understanding. So the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That's the clear definition made by Abraham Lincoln. So now we are going ahead, we can understand that. And here, democracy offers people the choice of how they want to be and governed, and whom they want to be governed. In the democracy, these two things are we can see. The first one, the people they have their own choice how they want to be governed. You know that every people, you know that if a government makes any problem, and people have their own opinion, and they are making their own voices against the government, because they need a particular style of governed by the people. The governing style of the people they already know. That purposely they want how the government must govern us. That understanding all the people already have. So here mentioned that how they want to be governed, and next one, whom they want to be governed. These are the two informations are there in the democracy. And here very clearly mentioned that equality and freedom are two guiding principles of democracy. You know that? In the democracy we have to understand that two specialities are there. The first one is called the freedom. First one is called the freedom. And equality. Okay? In the democratical government or system, we have to understand that the freedom, first and foremost things is the freedom. Everybody needs freedom. And you know that freedom is first one, the second one is the equality. Equality also must, because every nation we understand that different type of religious people, ethnic people are there. Different type of tribes are there. So maybe their ideology, their god, their custom, their culture, and they are different from each other. That purposely, different type of people are there. So everybody needs the freedom. Everybody is in search of freedom. At the same time, everybody in search of equality. If we are selecting someone, we are rejecting someone, that is not good. Because different ethnic groups of people are there. If a country, almost all the people are, 100% of people are the same tribe, same ethnic group, there is no more problem. But when we think about the different ethnic groups are in a particular country, in a one country, so everybody needs the freedom and equality. So the democratic system of the government giving the priority for the freedom and equality. That's a very important thing. You keep in your mind. Now we can understand that equality means that all the people are equal before the law, and each one should be given by some of the benefit and opportunities. In equality, we can understand that here mentioned that we all are equal before the law, because we have a law. We must have a constitution. In front of the constitution, if the people are belongs to different ethnic group, then also there is no more problem, because everybody is getting equality before the constitution. That's the important thing. Before the law, we all people, all different cultured people, different ethnic people, they must get the equality. So that's a very important thing. And when we going ahead, we can understand that they will get the opportunity also equally. Then a democratic form of government ensures that its citizens are guaranteed their fundamental rights. You know that all the people of a particular nation, they all must get the fundamental rights. You know that there are some nations still, even the monarchy is going on, these are the nations, they are not at all giving in the equality for all the ethnic group. That's very severe, it's a very painful and painful thing we have to understand. Because people are not at all considered as equal. But in government, the democratical government, they are giving the freedom for all the people and for equality for all the different ethnic people. That's very important. So the freedom and equality we are able to see in the democratical systems. And a constitution is a written document that contains the laws of a country. It's also describes the functions of the government and the limits of the powers. Okay? Here we can understand that in a democratic system, there will be a constitution. It's a written document and contains the laws of the country. And you know, the constitution, only every nation they already have, and they have, or it contains the laws of the country and how we are able to govern the country. Okay? About we are getting the details in the constitution. So constitution provides, otherwise it contains the laws of a country. And because of that laws only, maybe the governing parties, the political parties, they are governing the people according to the constitution, because that's the contain the laws of the country. Now, this is the information we are getting from the what is democracy. You understand? I hope that you understand. Democracy means rules of the people, because the people are ruling. And not only the ruling, and Abraham Lincoln very clearly mentioned the definition for that, the government of the people, by the people and for the people. That's a clear information, our definition for the democracy. So, the people of the government, the people are there, and also maybe mentioned that by the people. So, the three things, and all together we can see that all about the people really. So, that's the system of the democracy, and that's the system called rule of the democracy. That is what we mentioned, the democracy. That are things we are learning from this part from the what is democracy. Now, we have to go for the next topic, history of the democracy. Okay, we have to learn about the history of the democracy. Secondly, I have mentioned here, and first topic we are over. Now we are going to deal with the second topic, history of the democracy. Now listen carefully. We know that democracy is the most suitable form of government in the world today. Okay, undoubtedly we are able to say that. That's clear. There's no more doubt. Why almost all the countries after the Second World War and before also so many countries they became independent and they already started the democratic system. Why they wanted to or lead by others they governed by democratic system? Because they had gone through the monocracies. The monocracies means mono means single. That means the king or queen that governing a large number of people together. And according to their own boundaries they are governing, and there is nobody is asking question, and if nobody is able to ask about their own rights, nobody is able to ask their own freedom to the king, because whatever thing decided by the king, that must be done. No more doubt. Nobody is able to ask and bold enough to ask to the king about their own rights and about their own freedom. So the monocracy is fed up with the people. Even the Indian people also, you know that we are learning, maybe the previous classes we discussed about the monocracy. You know, so many Mughal empires are there. And you know that Cholas are there, Cheras are there in southern part. And you know, maybe Mughals are there, even the northern parts of India. And almost all the people, early people, and modern the people, and the media people, they came to know that maybe monocracy is very difficult and we are unable to follow the monocracy. That purposely they came to an end and they described and decided that we must have the democratic system. So in democratic system we will get the freedom, we will get the equality. That's a clear information about from the people of even India also. So here mentioned that we know that the democracy is the most suitable and form of the government in the world today. You know that after the Second World War, so many nations they became independent. India, even the Pakistan, Bangladesh, so many other nations, Afghanistan, so many nations are there. They became independent after the Second World War, and they are just enjoying the democracy right now. Here mentioned that that is the most suitable form of the government, because monocracy is not at all good for the people and the common people, because they know that they never get the freedom and they never get even the equality for all the people, all the different type of ethnic group of people. That purposely all people that describes and they want to get governed by democratic system. So that's one of the suitable maybe the system of the people, the democracy. Now how democracy rose to its present position in an interesting story. You know that whatever one day democracy not came to the world, even came to the India, now we are enjoying. Not like that. There will be so many people, and because of their struggle, because of the struggle of the monocracy, they understood the difficulties of the monocracies, and they understood that they are not getting the freedom and equality in the monocracies. That purposely they changed. They want to be come out from the monocracy and they want to be joined with the democracies. So it's a story. So many interesting stories are there. Nowadays we are enjoying the democracy. Before the monocracy, people struggled a lot. That purposely there will be so many interesting stories are there for the how democracy taking place right now. Now we are enjoying the present today. So about that we are going to deal with right now a few topics. Now we can understand that another topic. We are going to deal with the birth of the democracy in Greece. Okay, you know that there will be maybe the world map showing the stages of the growth of the democracy. Okay, while you are opening your textbook on page number 184, and you will get a picture of the world map is there, and there are so many information mentioned there. You go through the books and read it and understand about all those things. So now we have to deal mainly the birth of the democracy in Greece. Okay, Greece environment we are going to learn. We will discuss about the Greece right now, how the birth of democracy taken place in Greece. About that we are going to learn right now. So first of all, some form of the democratic government existed in the ancient Greece, okay, around the 5th century and BC. You know that here mentioned that some of the democratic government existed in the ancient Greece. Okay, not other places. The first and foremost thing information we are getting about the Greece, that's also in the 5th century. Okay, 5th century. Okay, 5th century. BCE. Okay. And there are some textbook, maybe the historians are used BC, sometimes some are using C, or some are using AD, or some others are using BC. Okay, and almost different type of maybe historians from Europe, other parts of the world, they came to even in India. And while they are writing their own history, they use these other abbreviations, and mainly BC means before the Common Era. BC means before the Common Era. And there are some maybe historians they use maybe C. That's only the Common Era. BC means before the Common Era. C means Common Era. That's simple Common Era. And sir, there are people historians they use AD and BC. AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini means in the year of the Lord. In the year of the Lord, that's the Anno Domini. And BC, maybe before Christ. That's the maybe abbreviations, maybe the historians use in different their own textbooks, or while they are writing their own history. So we are getting information maybe the 5th century BC, before the Common Era. And here mentioned that the Greeks around the 5th century BC, hence it is a not suppression that the word democracy originated from the Greek, and word is called Demokratia. You listen, alright, I will explain. The 5th century BC, before the Common Era, that I already explained. This type, also in Greece, there will be a common information understanding about the democratic system. So, democracy, the word, listen carefully, democracy. Now we are learning about the democracy. This word, root word, comes from two different words of the Greek. And the first word is so democracy, the word came from the root word of the Greek, Demokratia. Listen carefully. Democracy, now we are enjoying, we understood the word, the democracy. That word came from the Greek word, Demokratia. And this democracy also two different words, okay, joins together, mixed together, then we have the democracy. So, now let's explain what is that. And the first part, the demos. And second part is called Kratia. And two different words we can understand from the Greek, Demokratia, demos, and plus Kratia. So, the demo means, it is mentioned very clearly in the Greek word, and demo means the people, and Kratia means land. Okay? So, the democracy of the word, root word comes from the Greek word. Even the Greece in the 5th century BC, before the Common Era, and mainly the word comes from one Greek word, Demokratia. Democracy also derived from two different words, that is called demos. First one, second word is called Kratia. These two words mixed together and became a Demokratia. Demos means the people and Kratia means the land. That's understanding. So from this understanding, we are getting the Demokratia. Now maybe the word which we are enjoying, which we are using, and the democracy that came from is called Demokratia in Greek word. Is it clear? I hope that you understand about the root word, how the democracy came to exist. About that, I have given the explanation. Now, the form of the democracy or the prevalence in the ancient Greece was quite different from democracy as we know it today. Even democracy, the people enjoyed maybe in Greece, maybe the 5th century, there will be a slight difference are there. Now we have the democracy, and the democracy in 5th century in Greece, that was little bit changes are there. Difference are there. When we see that, when we are learning about the history of the Greece, then we will get the information about that. So there will be a slight difference are there. There will be some changes are there. So maybe that democracy may be transformed. Now we can see that now the democracy which exists, we can understand. So the two different words, especially maybe the demos and the Kratia, maybe the people, and the Kratia means the land. That's also coming from the Greek word Demokratia. From there we got the word of democracy. Now we are enjoying, we understand the democracy. This word comes from the Greece only and 5th century BC. About I have given the information. Now we can understand that even the Greek, that time also I already explained to you that maybe the democracy they enjoyed, that was a little bit difference are there. Now everybody knows the democracy because we are enjoying right now. So there are so many differences are there in Greece in 5th century. So here we can understand that in ancient Greece, states were small like cities today. You know that we have cities, different cities in India. You know that. So like that, cities are there in Greece, and you know that just like states. Otherwise, they are saying that city states. They are saying, and hence were known as city states. In the city states of Greece, people would meet in a one place to make laws. And while we are going through the history, we're getting information about even the 5th century, even in the Greece, people gathered together, and because those days they are calling that city states. Okay, this information we are getting city state. Okay, city state. That means nowadays you know that large maybe the states are there for us, and cities and very limited areas are there. So maybe a particular rural area or limited area, people can gather together for a meeting for their own decision, for the governing purpose, to taking some decision for their own, maybe the region, they are able to come together. So in Greece, the people used to come together and they used to take decision about their own city states. And here mentioned that people could meet in one place to make laws, and they are making their own laws together. All people they're having maybe hours and hours the discussion about to make their own laws, and after the discussion they come to a conclusion that from that conclusion that is the law for that particular city states. Now we can understand that. So they are taking like that decision, and after that, you know, they are accepted. There are some people, especially they mentioned here, there are people, those who are not allowed for the taking the rules and regulation, or making the rules and regulation, those who are excluded. You know, I will give the examples. You know, slaves are not allowed; they are excluded. And also women and foreigners. You know, here very clearly mentioned that. Slaves, women, and foreigners. Okay, these three types of people are exempted. They are excluded. They are not allowed to maybe participate their meeting, city state meeting, because slaves are not allowed. Women also and the foreigners also not allowed while they are taking decisions. So these people are excluded. Rest of the maybe the people are coming, and they used to think about the things which issues are there, and they are making decisions for themselves. That we can understand that. So you know, after that, what are the things they decided, and then they will make the law for their own city state. That was the situation in ancient Greece in 5th century. Okay, that I said. Maybe I already informed you that maybe the democracy which we enjoy right now, and that democracy and 5th century Greece democracy was, there are some differences are there, because that time a small city they gathered together, and the people are gathering together and taking decisions for their own city state, and they are governing. That's the law for those people. That type of governing system was there in the 5th century in Greece. And we can understand that again. And there are some people excluded, especially I said that slaves are there, women are there, and so foreigners are not allowed to participate in the meeting. Then, which they framed their own laws in the city state, the form of democracy is known as direct democracy. So, this type of democracy is called direct democracy. And what do you mean by direct democracy? I have given you the examples. I have let me explain once again for you for your better understanding. The people from the city state coming together, except the women, even the slaves and foreigners, rest of the all people gathering together, and they sat together in a particular place. They are deciding about their own issues and making laws are there. These laws for their own area, city state. That type of democratic system is called direct democracy. Okay, this is called direct democracy. So these are the information we are getting from the direct democracy. So we understood already about the history of the democracy right now, because from the which word that's coming, and we understood that what is democracy, and again we discussed about the history of the democracy, and from there we have given the definition as there, and how maybe democracy maybe came to an exist in the Greece in the on the 5th century. About that I have given the information. So today I would like to wind up my classes, and maybe the next class I will explain the rest of the part. Maybe if it is 1, 2 or 3 episodes will come to complete this lesson, and I hope that you understood about these topics, about the what is democracy and the history of the democracy. Understood, I hope that, because I have explained everything clearly. And again, if you want to get more information, you go through the books very clearly. So that's all for class today. Just 2 topics we discussed, and I just request you to and urge you that you have to go through the book carefully and read carefully and understand. If you have any doubt, you have make a comment. Then through the comment I will understand about the problem. Then I will explain again. Okay. Then I will like to bind my class. Thank you for hearing my lectures, and then thank you, Marat. Let's see in the next class. God bless you all.